Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you love a look that feels glamorous yet cozy, you're in the right place. Today we're exploring gold and white Christmas decoration, a timeless palette that makes spaces feel bright, warm, and distinctly modern. The visuals you'll see are a sequence of generic images that capture the essence of this theme. A white Christmas tree dusted with soft glitter, gold ornaments resting on gleaming branches, and backgrounds that range from minimalist mantles to opulent tablescapes. Our goal is to describe each moment so you can imagine the details even before you try them at home. Remember, this pairing works for small apartments and large living rooms alike, because the math is simple. White reflects light and creates air, while gold adds warmth and a touch of magic. First, let's talk about the core idea behind this look. White gives you a clean canvas. Think snowy whites, ivory, and pearl tones. Gold brings the glow, champagne or honey tones that catch the light and invite a sense of celebration. The trick is balance. Let white be the predominant color and use gold as an accent to avoid overwhelm. This approach translates beautifully in imagery of frosted pine cones, delicate ribbons, and a mix of matte and shiny surfaces. You'll notice how the textures do most of the heavy lifting, from velvet ribbons to glass ornaments and metallic bead garlands. The photography in our sequence, softly lit rooms, close-ups of ornaments, long lines of a table setting, helps illustrate how every little detail adds up to a cohesive mood. Now, imagine a living room where the centerpiece is a white Christmas tree. In some photos the tree stands tall with a frosted look, its branches dusted with a hint of silver, and adorned with matte white spheres that whisper rather than shout. Intermittently, gold baubles punctuate the tree, catching the light when you glimpse them from the sofa. Other images show a tree with white lights that glow like captured stars, while gold ribbons weave through the branches, adding a soft, regal rhythm. If you're decorating a smaller space, the visuals suggest that a slim tree dressed mostly in white with a few gold ornaments can feel just as luxurious as a grand display. The key is scale. Larger ornaments fill the void, while tiny pieces create texture and sparkle without clutter. Let's move to the mantle and garlands. In many photographs, a garland runs across a mantle or a shelf, blending white greenery with strands of tiny gold beads. When lights are added, the garland becomes a ribbon of warmth that frames a fireplace or a photo wall. Think of white pine, eucalyptus, or frosted greenery as the base, with gold accents that trace its form. Some images show gold candle holders settled among white taper candles, their soft glow reflecting on a gold-edged mirror. Others feature a more restrained approach, a single gold lantern, a white vase with gold stems, and a clean, uncluttered surface. If your space leans modern, you'll notice simple lines and a restrained color hit. If your space leans traditional, you'll see more texture, tassels, and ornate details, all still within the same two-tone language. What about the tablescape? The photos in our sequence often highlight a table dressed for a holiday feast or a cozy evening tea. White linens provide a quiet backdrop, with gold charger plates catching the eye as guests sit down. Crystal glassware reflects light, turning every sip into a little sparkle. Centerpieces frequently mix white florals with gold accents. Calla lilies or roses in white, paired with gold-painted leaves or a scattering of gold beads. Napkin rings in gold complement the plates, while votive candles glow in etched crystal holders. The look stays elegant because the gold is measured, not overwhelming, and the white keeps the scene airy, so conversations can feel intimate rather than overwhelmed by shimmer. Texture is where the gold and white story really comes alive. In the visuals you'll see a blend of glass, ceramic, velvet, and fur-like fabrics. White fur stockings hang by the fireplace, a tactile softening that makes the space feel inviting. Velvet pillows in ivory and pale champagne add depth, while a smooth ceramic vase in white reflects the gold accents nearby. The lighting plays a huge role here. Warm white bulbs give a glow that makes gold look rich, while cooler whites in the background keep things fresh. If you're contemplating a change in texture, start by introducing one or two statement pieces in velvet or satin and balance them with matte finishes to avoid the look becoming too reflective. Let's talk about color balance and timing. The photos suggest that lighting shifts the mood throughout the day. In daylight, the white reads clean and bright, almost ethereal. As evening falls, the gold takes center stage, its reflections turning the room into a quiet celebration. Dimmed lights, with no harsh glare, help the gold ornaments catch highlights without creating glare on the white surfaces. For DIY projects or budget ideas, you can experiment with spray painting a few inexpensive ornaments in gold or using gold leaf to upgrade a plain branch or vase. The beauty of this palette is that you can scale up or down the glow depending on the occasion, from a quiet family evening to a festive gathering with friends. Now for some practical decorating tips inspired by the imagery. Start with a trusted anchor piece, the Christmas tree, the mantle, or the dining table. Choose one piece to define the look and carry that through the rest of the space. Use one dominant finish, either white or gold, and introduce the second color sparingly, so it feels intentional rather than chaotic. Mix finishes thoughtfully. Combine gloss with matte to prevent the room from looking flat, and use texture to add depth to the white base. If you're shopping, search for white ornaments with subtle gold detailing rather than overt patterns. This maintains elegance while still giving you that warm glow. And don't forget about greenery and natural elements. White is a perfect backdrop for the natural browns and greens of pine, eucalyptus, and cedar, which can be accented with gold tips or glitter to keep the look cohesive. A few quick ideas to get you started without breaking the budget. First, take a handful of plain white ornaments and spray them with gold paint or gold glitter for a custom touch. Second, wrap a plain garland with a gold ribbon or tie small gold bells at intervals to create a festive rhythm. Third, create a small tablescape centerpiece by placing a white vase filled with white flowers or branches and surrounding it with a ring of gold tea lights in glass holders. Finally, repurpose everyday items. White ceramic bowls can become candle stands with a few gold-trimmed candles, and a simple white napkin can be elevated with a gold napkin ring you already own. The goal is to make this look feel curated, not cluttered, so start with a few tasteful pieces and gradually build as you feel more confident. Are there any common mistakes to avoid? Yes. Overloading a space with too many gold pieces or using white-only surfaces that feel clinical. The balance we're aiming for is warmth with brightness. If your room has warm wooden floors, a fully white backdrop can feel cold, so bring in warm textures like a beige rug, a gold tone picture frame, or a fur throw to unify the space. If your ceiling is low, keep the tree compact and the garlands lightweight to preserve a sense of airiness. In family rooms, add practical touches like a white storage cabinet with gold drawer pulls to keep the look organized while still festive. Before we wrap up, here is the emotional note these visuals often carry. Gold and white is not just about sparkle, it's about timeless elegance and festive serenity. It invites guests to linger, conversation to flow, and the home to feel like a quiet celebration rather than a showroom. This is a look you can live with all season long, from early December through early January. The photos remind us that Christmas design can be both sophisticated and comforting, a rare combination that makes a space feel loved and festive at the same time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through gold and white Christmas decoration, hit the like button, subscribe for more decorating ideas, and share your favorite piece from this palette in the comments. Tell us what you'd like to see next. More on tablescapes, tree ideas, or perhaps a cozy winter mood board. If you found a particular photo inspiring, describe it to us and we'll translate that vibe into practical tips for your home. See you in the next video, and happy decorating!